Well, in the post-pandemic office culture, many companies and employees are prioritizing a work-life balance. But a new Harris poll finds some professionals, really, they don't take all of their paid time off, with the highest rates coming actually from Gen Z and millennial workers.
But there are employees who are still finding time to rest, secretly vacationing while on company hours, something experts are now calling quiet vacationing. I tell you, not a day goes by I don't learn one of these new trends here. Joining us now, Jessica Kriegel. She's the Chief Scientist of Workplace Culture at Culture Partners. Jess, thanks for joining us. This is fascinating, to say the least. Can we just start with the why here? Why are younger professionals not taking their days off?
Well, if I had spent the last 10 to 20 years hearing about how lazy and entitled I am, then I would probably be reluctant to take vacation as well, because I have been combating the perception that there's something wrong with my work ethic. And therefore, I feel like it's not okay to take paid time off that I am granted by my employer, because it'll make me seem even more lazy than people already see me as. And that is so problematic. It's increasing stress levels in the workplace. It's making for bad workplace culture. It's also leading to turnover in companies. So it's bad. It's bad for business and it's bad for employees.
You know, this Harris poll, Jess, finds millennials are doing something instead then called quiet vacationing instead of requesting paid time off. Explain what that is and how that might be actually harmful to your career in the long run.
Well, it's interesting because while it can be harmful to your career in one way, it's also literally defined as a best practice in many leadership trainings today, where we say when you need a break, put a block on your calendar and just step away from the computer. Take ownership of your work-life balance. I mean, it is in some ways a best practice. In other ways, we've now given it a label, another quiet label, quiet vacationing, which is just an infuriating way of saying, here are people that don't feel like they can express a need to take a step away from their desk, and therefore they have to do it secretly. Otherwise, they may be perceived as not a good worker. They may feel like they're going to be putting their job in jeopardy, and it's totally dysfunctional. It is toxic. It is not the workplace culture that you want to create in order to drive results.
Well, I guess, Jess, then, like, what's the solution here? So we're not sort of, you know, we are getting workers to take their time off, but we're also not allowing them to abuse the system.
Yeah, this is, if I were a leader today, I'm talking to the CEOs and managers right now.
Right.
Your job is to act the role that you would like to see your employees embody. So I was just scrolling on the anti-work subreddit to see the stories that are out there. There's a COO of a company that just called in from their hospital because their wife is in labor and they have to call in to the all hands call to make an announcement. That's sending the wrong message. When you go on vacation, actually go on vacation, because if you don't and you think you're doing something good for the team by making yourself available, you're actually sending the message you can't take real vacation either, and that is not what we want. We need people to refresh in order to be fully present at work.
I feel like we've all had that. Like, I had a boss who she never took vacation, and so the culture was
down.
like, you should never ever be off because I'm never off, you know, and that's tough for people.
Give an amen to that. Thank you, Jess, for your take on that. Chief Scientist of Workplace Culture at Culture Partners, Jess Kriegel.